Who's Rachel? Rachel was born and raised in New York. I am a girl from New York, about 45 minutes north of the city, and through life's journey, got my new location here in South Alabama. In 2011, moved to South Alabama. Shortly after, had my firstborn child, Bryson, and shortly after that, I became a single mom. So with that, it was either sink or swim. So I really had to figure out, what do I need to do to make this life work for me and my child that I wanted to provide for. My family wanted me to come back to New York, but something in my gut told me to stay in Alabama. I don't know what it is, but to this day, I listen to my guts because it's never steered me wrong. So me and a baby, literally no friends, no family, no sphere. I'm here in South Alabama and I gotta figure it out. What am I gonna do to provide for my child? So I got my real estate license here in South Alabama. I previously had it in New York, so I had a little bit of a head start here. And from there, I just read every book, every training, everything I can do online to figure out how to grow my business. I did. I would be on the treadmill in the morning before Bryson would wake up. I would study. Literally, I would get so anxious on the treadmill. I remember I would get off the treadmill, make some notes, go upstairs, execute ideas. I was always very goal driven. And once I learned something, I really take the ball and run with it. So at that time, mailers were like a big thing. Farming markets were really big. And I decided, I bought an HP printer. I figured out how to do these mailers. And I sent my first mailer out and I got a call. I got a listing. And from there, I was like, all right, I could freaking do this. So 2013, 2 years later, I decided to open up my own real estate company. I literally grew my business substantially as a single mom in the span of 2 years with no friends, no family, no sphere. I literally started from ground zero. So my daily routine would be, I would wake up before Bryson, I would get my mailers done literally on a HP printer on the floor in our little 2-bed townhome that we were living in. And I would start my day printing mailers, and then I would start making cold calls around 8 a.m. So between 8 and 10 a.m., literally I did this every single day for a year consistently. I would make cold calls. Who likes to make cold calls? But let me tell you, it paid off. I had no one else to call. I didn't have a friend to take to lunch. I didn't have family that were gonna refer me business. I had to create the sphere for myself, which I did. 2013, opened up my own real estate company, still as a single mother. And it's still crazy to think that now we've been open for 10 years and I've grown this company, and it gets emotional thinking about it, literally to 160 agents, the top 1% of companies in our county, and I just keep growing. And I think if I didn't have these humble beginnings and these hardships in the beginning, I really don't think I would be where I am today. I have so much compassion for new agents, so I really want to be a guide in helping them, because I tell new agents all the time, if I could start with zero, like when I say zero, I literally mean zero, because friends, family, your sphere, that's the number one thing coaches and real estate experts tell you to cling on to when you start your business. I had zero. So I know if you put the work into it and you show up, I think that's been the key lately, thinking about how did I get here? Like, I'm almost 40. I'm doing a lot of reflecting lately, and I'm just like, how did I get here? And I think the one thing that always resonates till this day is I just showed up. I show up for my agents. I showed up for my clients. I show up, just in all aspects of my life. And I never took no for an answer. And I've really succeeded and pushed myself in this man's world to make something of it and to put my stamp, not only for my kids, but also just for the community as a whole. I really have a passion for real estate, and I think through that passion I've been able to build this company, give back, and really come full circle all these years later. And then not only was I growing the real estate company, I was also an investor. So I really first and foremost started back in the day as an investor, and that's how I opened up my own real estate company. So what I would do as a single mom is I would purchase a property. Me and my son would live in it at the time. We would fix it up, have contractors fix it up, and then sell it, and then we would buy the next house. So I was living in these properties as a single mom to build up the cash, and then once I did, I started investing in rental properties. So I always knew, and I think it was my childhood growing up, that having financial freedom just gives you this element of freedom within your life, which I do agree with. But I think when you have my personality too, it's hard to just say one day you're going to stop, even though I really hope I'll get there one day. So every time I flipped a house to this day, we invested into a rental property. Every year we're buying rental properties, working on paying off the rental properties, and then you have all this extra passive income to live this life of freedom. So not only do I have the experience in helping clients buy and sell properties, training real estate agents up and coming, but I also have this investor side of me that really, I think that is my greatest passion, because that's how I got started, and that's truly where my roots are, is in real estate investing. And lately I just really wanted to help more investors. I opened up an elite property management company. So now I manage properties for investors, and I just have that extra insight of how things should be ran, because that's how I would want someone to treat my rental properties. So I built that up to over 100 properties, and that's something that I really want to see grow and prosper in the future, because homeownership, that's the American dream. Owning investment properties, that literally puts you in a place where you can enjoy life. You're not waking up every single day on the rat race of life. You literally can wake up and say, okay, today I'm going to do what I want to do. Having this extra passive income literally adds this element to your life of freedom. And I think that's truly the American dream, is having financial freedom. And that's Rachel. So that's my story. If anything resonates with you, would love to hear from you, would love to help you. If you're looking to invest in real estate, if you're looking to just get into real estate as a single mom, I get it. I can help. Would love to hear from you guys.